What's going on, everybody? Just came in from my workout. It was cold outside, and I don't really like that too much. But I had to bundle up a little bit. This isn't an ascot; it's a face mask. So like just keep my face, warm and all that type of stuff. I'm not trying to be like Freddy from Scooby Doo or nothing like that. But before I went out on my workout, I took a personality test. Now, I typically don't like them because the ones I took in the past has never seemed to fit. They never really made sense to me. But, I'm kind of in the place now where I know myself a little bit more and I can answer the questions more truthfully. And I truly do find that the one I took was very accurate. Very accurate. So I took mine on 16personalities.com. Free test. I think it was like 20 questions. Don't quote me on that, but it was very quick. Like 10 minutes of your time to figure out a little bit about yourself. And I found that to be very useful. So from my test, I got INFP-A. And if people care, it's introverted, intuitive, feeling, perceiving. What was the A? Hold on, I have it on my other screen here. What was the A? It was assertive. And then there's the A, and then there's a T. Like A is assertive, T is turbulent. So I guess that's kind of like the other end of the spectrum, I guess. But to sum it up, they gave it the mediator. They call it the mediator, and diplomat and confident individualism. So right off the bat, I was like, all right, we might be on to something here. So INFPs, we seem quiet or shy, like in the beginning, but we often have a vibrant, passionate inner life. Like YouTube is like my inner life. Like everyone at work, everyone that sees me, and even some of my friends don't know all this spiritual stuff I really do and what I'm really about. So that's pretty accurate. I can get down with the get down on that. Um, let's see. Because we make up such a small population of the world, people with this personality type may sometimes feel misunderstood or out of step with the world. That is so true. That is so true. But it's like they say we're caring in nature, caring nature, and like to have sustainable relationships. I feel like that should be normal for everybody. But whatever. But it's like you go through this thing and you get like a whole bunch of breakdowns. The strengths and weaknesses, romantic relationships, friendships, parenthood, career paths, workplace habits. And I learned a bunch of things from this because it actually filled in a few gaps of the stuff that I've been believing and like been practicing. But it's kind of nice when somebody or something, some program can like just give you all the words to fill in those small gaps. We like to speak our truth. Mediators have a talent for self-expression. They may reveal their innermost thoughts and secrets through metaphors and fictional characters. That's kind of true. More so as in my adulthood, I'm more blunt and literal. But as a kid, I used to write little stories in my little notebook, and it was basically I used video game characters I liked, and I used video game characters as a part of like a piece of me. So if I found there was someone angry, I found like the Hulk. When I was mad, I used the Hulk. And then like when I still always have this dark side of me. I used to love Spawn. Like Spawn was like my favorite. Like I wasn't much in the comics. I just liked how he looked evil. I was a weird kid, but I do think it's just that balance. Like it's like the split personalities and stuff. I do think I have a little bit of that. Apparently, I'm a Gemini, so that might have something to do with that. But I'm gonna touch on that later. But we're in search of our calling. I feel like most people are, but like that's like something that we hold very, close to us. Now, what I learned the most from was the strengths and weaknesses over here. So, like, thoughtful, generous, open-minded, creative, and the last two were like my favorite ones: passionate and loyal to their values. Now, I'm very passionate about the things I'm passionate about. This spirituality, this teaching, just putting myself out there, put my thoughts out there. I like to have everyone get who I am. I want people to know that, hey, this guy's real. He might be wrong about something. I might disagree with something he said, but at least he's real and he's gonna put his stuff out there. He's not here to be a people pleaser. So I'm passionate about my words, my thoughts, my actions. What I mean? And then loyal to their values. I know, like when it comes to relationships, for example, I know I have a very traditional way of looking at relationships. I call it neo-traditional, and I might make a video on that, but I feel like that might get a little controversial. So I'll leave that for my personal life. Maybe, unless people really want to see it, then I'll put it out there. I'm not scared. But you gotta read the room. But loyal to their values, like society wants us to be a certain type of way. And it's like, sure, some of my values line up with society, but some of them is like, yo, screw you. You want me to dress like this? Like, it's my goal. I told you, I'm going to say this 1,000 times. It's my goal to walk into a fancy, schmancy restaurant that doesn't have a dress code, dressed like this. Just walk in there, but hey, seat me. I have a reservation. That's my goal. And it's like, it's just, that just goes with my code. Like, I don't think you need to dress a certain way to say I'm rich. My bank account tells me if I'm rich or not, in terms of money, not like happiness and health. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So then the weaknesses, right? Over idealistic, self-critical, impractical, emotionally driven, conflict averse, and difficult to know. These were very eye-opening for me because I do find them to be very true. Over idealistic. In my head, we live in a utopia where people fart rainbows and burp sunshine. Like, this is the happiness I live in. And I'm like, how do I get people there? We all should be there. This is the default. And like, that's why I feel like I'm in prison in corporate America. And we'll touch on that when we talk about career paths and workplace habits, one of those sections, right? And then self-critical, a lot of people, they would disagree with, like, my friends would say, no, he's really chill, but self-critical. I'm very hard on myself because it's like I'm not hard on myself anymore, and I can understand where that comes from. Like, a lot of these weaknesses, you need to understand, you need to transmute into something positive. So self-critical is like, that's one of the things that can hurt us the most, or my personality type the most, because like, I demand a high level of, performance from myself at whatever it is I put my mind to. Other things that don't interest me, whatever. But if I'm like, I like this, I want to do it well. Like me making these videos, I like one take. I like just talking through it and doing it all. But I don't want to edit, and not like out of a sense of laziness. It's just like, I want to be able to just say, hey, look, I'm able to get my thoughts out. It might take me a couple tries, but that's what people rehearse for. So that's all I'm doing, And like sometimes I'll get through a whole like 20-30 minute video and I'll just talk, and I'm like, I don't like that one. Delete, restart. I'm very critical because I want to put out good quality content, but still stay authentic too. Impractical, that kind of goes with my over idealistic thing. Like, impractical, I understand that, the way I live my life is for me. I don't expect people to get down with my get down, and I feel like I balance this one out a little bit more. Like, when it comes to the real world and I understand how people think, I'm very, practical. Like, I could tell you step by step what you need to do and how this works and blah, blah, blah. But I find my impracticality comes out because I put so much work into myself that I'm just like, hey, just do this. Hey, just fast for a week. Like, I was able to do it. You can do it. And it's like, and that might come across as impractical to some people. Emotionally driven, that's the only one I'm not too sure about. Like, I am emotional when it comes to like relationships. That's what kind of like put me into my hole. So I guess like since I've come from that, I don't find myself to be too emotionally driven anymore. But maybe that just has to be me being a stubborn man and I don't want my emotions to show. I don't know. Well, that one's out for the jury. But conflict averse was pretty cool because like I don't do conflict. I'm not here to argue with you. I've been stuck in that part where conflict was just attracted to me. I told that in one of my stories, one of my previous videos. But it's more so like, it's not that I tried everything to avoid conflict. It's just like, if you disagree with me and you hate me, okay. What? That's a waste of energy for me to feed you. You hate me, you can just go hate me all by yourself. That's fine. But I'm a very lovable individual. The sock monkey agrees. So then last one was difficult to get to know. I'm trying to overcome that one by YouTube, by putting myself out there so people just get me. Even when you meet me though, you're going to meet that shy version at first. Hey, how's it going? I'm trying, like, I am a confident individual inside. And like, it's like, you got to put me in the zone. But if you like walk up to me and be, hey, how's it going? And like, I'm trying to get better. And once again, personal growth here. I'm trying to grow with everyone. Like, I'm confident, and you can see that I'm confident in the way I speak in these videos, but this is my inside. I'm alone in my room right now. So I could talk easily, and I could do this with certain people. If I have a goal to accomplish, I'm there. But if it's just like small talk, talking to somebody in line at the store, it's just like, yeah, haha. Okay. I feel like a lot of my friends though still don't really know me as fully as I would like them to. Like, a lot of people might know me a little bit more because I'm very private with my affairs. And then if I let you in, then you get to know a little bit more and a little bit more. But I feel like I'm a very complicated individual. Most people are. But, once again, work in progress. So then we got romantic relationships and friendships. Pretty straightforward. The only thing about the romantic relationship is like I want like the ideal perfect mate. And that's true. But like I'm not saying like she has to have this body type and she has to be, I don't know what that light spot is. But like, she has to have the perfect body type. She has to do this, she has to talk like this, she needs to speak 17 languages. No, it's like not that serious. But I know I have a type, and some of my friends, they know I have a type. And it's like, what is it? I can't even describe it to you. It's just like I just know when I know. And that's why like right now, like the semen retention stuff I talk about, and just this masculinity, just developing myself to be to the caliber of a woman that I expect to find in my life. That's what kind of like the romantic stuff is, and that's kind of like how I feel about it. So it's like I want the cream of the crop, so I'm creating myself to be the cream of the crop. You see what I'm saying? I believe in the reciprocity and the energies matches. So if I work myself up to be the highest, I'm gonna meet someone that's up here too. Simple. Friendships, I want good friends and be a good friend. I made a whole video on that. The one that was interesting to me was parenthood, and it pretty much just talked about how I want to raise a free spirit. I like enjoying mediators and may enjoy raising free spirits, but that doesn't mean that they're totally hands off. So that one was cool. And that goes along with my, spanking kids video, like, I don't think you should, like, I'm a free spirit. Hey man, you should go look at that. You like that tree? Let's go look at that tree, man. You know what I'm saying? But like, for me, I don't like, I don't want to hit my kid. I don't want to inflict pain on my child. I want to raise a free spirit. And like, I wasn't thinking it like that, but that kind of filled in the gap. That's why I was talking about this, really filled in some gaps. So that was really cool, you know what I mean? But this is like also the other thing. It said that one of our challenges is like, we're going to have to like make sure we know when to be more strict and more firm with our direction, with our discipline. So that's kind of like where I'm going to have to figure out, like, all right, so I can be the nice guy, I can be the nice chill dad, but there's going to be a point where I have to like, get a grip on my kid. You know what I'm saying? So that was really eye-opening and really, really nice to, have the words for it. And lastly, the career path. Career paths and workplace habits, pretty similar. But one of the big things I got from this was I hate a hierarchy. I really hate that there's the CEO, the managers, the section managers, the team managers, then the people at the bottom. Oh, we treat all of our people equally. Everyone here contributes to the team. Then why the fuck am I down here and they all the way the hell up here? This ain't the same. Look at my pay. Look at their pay. It's not the same. See, I got a little triggered on that one. See, it's accurate. I don't like the hierarchy, man. And like, truthfully though, I work in the field. I work in construction. Like I like oversight. I'm not the one building. I just kind of watch, and like I tend to help people out because like I see the people, the way they look at me sometimes. They think a lot of people think I get paid a lot for going out there and just like supervising. I don't. Not that much. I get paid a comfortable, like okay amount. Okay, but it's not enough for me to say I love corporate America. Nah, like So like I try to help out the laborers because they look at me sometimes, they're like, who's this guy? Like he clearly hasn't like lifted a hammer in a while. And I try to show them, hey, look, I'm here to help you. I want to help you with whatever it is that you can do. And then I usually gain their respect that way. What most people in my company, they just get stared at. Well, they like me. So I make a good rapport with people. But I believe that, the field and the office people should be paid the same. I truly do. And that goes back with that idealistic stuff. Like there's people that work out in the field, and we work in the heat, we work in the cold, the snow, the rain. We do all this stuff. We do things that we can get the cuts, the bruises, the knocks. We walk all the time. We are physically exerting ourselves. Then there's the people in the office. Not to take away anything from them, but they have to be more analytical. They have to be all the time. They have to be punctual. Have to have all of their meetings lined up. All this type of stuff. And it's like, okay, yeah. But that's two separate worlds because some people that work out in the field, I hate working in the office. So you put me in the office, I'm just like, oh. And if you will put the person in the office in the field, then they'd be sitting there like, it's so hot. How do you do this? I'm so tired. It's like, you see what we're talking about now. I feel like it's two different skill sets, but society values the people in the office, not the people that actually go out there and make you the money. You see what I'm saying? So it comes back into that idealistic and the hierarchy of things. Like I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So to summarize, one of the things that I'm very passionate about is working on my shortcomings, working on myself, and being out there with the world. I like putting my information out there. A lot of people say, yo, you need to keep to yourself and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, it kind of takes away from the authenticity. I'm trying to be a teacher and a learner with you. I'm trying to get everyone up to my level, and then we go learn stuff together. That's my goal. That's what I want to do. So I like to put my information out here, and hopefully I see these videos a year, 2, 3, 4 from now, and just we can see the growth. You see what I'm saying? That's why I like putting my stuff out here. It's progress, So I recommend everyone do this. If you're feeling lost in life or anything like this, start here. Maybe the spiritual stuff ain't for you yet, but with this going on with you, you can see okay, maybe I can mix this with it. Say, oh, this stone gives me more confidence. So that was just one of my weaknesses. So maybe I should use this stone to help me with my communication skills. Just as an example. So go out and look at this, 16personalities.com. I'm going to leave a link in the video or in the description. So if you're interested in this, you can go check it out and share what you are and see what you got to work on in life. So that's pretty cool. This was actually a very fun video. I really did like this. Till next time.